I don't know if it was a clear I don't know if it was a clear concussion, but whatever concussion protocols that went in to allow him back in the game, I would have even just redacted those. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to go back in just for the safety and health of yourself. Just, I mean, this is one of those things where people are like, oh, well, use the eye test. I'm using the eye test now, and the dude was not all right. We all picked the Bills. We all picked the Bills last week.
Yeah, we did.
And remember, I was fighting myself, man. I was fighting my damn self. I was fighting my damn self to change this game to the Dolphins. And they ended up winning. But, Chad, what was your thoughts on the game, man? We had to get into the one situation, but you know what I'm talking about.
I mean, it was just... It was a really good game, obviously. Nobody's taking anything away from either of these teams. I don't think Bills fans, I don't think they need to hold their head down for this at all. Despite Allen being off of his game, as some might say, the dude still threw for 400 yards.
Mm-hmm.
That was just that's not even accounting into his rushing yards. I feel like the biggest nitpick for both of these teams, and you even heard the announcer say it, was the first game either of their running backs got a touchdown. Like, I get when you have the weapons that both of these teams have, obviously you're going to be a very pass-happy. With the weapons you have, I can understand why you're not wanting to run the ball for both the Bills and the Dolphins. But, I mean, I feel like you got to get the run game going for both of these, because it's easy to say once a team figures out how to shut down a Stephon Diggs, or once a team figures out how to shut down a Tyreek Hill. It's easy to say that, but eventually it will happen, or one day Tua will not have a good game, or he may even be out. That's a possibility happening this week. You got to get the run game going, just for both of those teams. I thought the Bills, despite having the amount of injuries they have on that defense, they've got like 5 now. I thought they were able to hold their own. Again, it just came down to some throws just Allen couldn't make, or the O-line just couldn't hold up. I think mainly you just got to look at the O-line for the Bills, because there were some times where just they could not protect Allen, and if they did, it would have been a not close of a game if the O-line was protecting Allen, because there was at least 2 touchdowns that Allen should have made.
Yeah, exactly, man. You know, let's just go ahead and get over to some of the, you know, the stats from that game from the Bills side. If we're looking at the, you know, the box score here, Allen still had 47 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. He still had 400 yards passing, dude.
Yeah,
dumping it around to everybody and their mama. Devin Singletary got 78 yards and a touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, 76 yards. Stephon Diggs, 74 yards. Gabe Davis came back healthy, 37 yards. 25 yards for Dawson Knox, 37 for James Cook. Like, these dudes were absolutely eating. Zach Moss had a pretty good game at running back, 4 carries for 46 yards. Like, they did everything right. You know, if anything, they just made a couple mistakes in the game. Three fumbles by Josh Allen. One of them was lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to protect the football at that point in time, man. But the quarterbacks, you know, as far as interceptions, didn't turn it over. Tua had 186 yards and 1 touchdown. Running backs are less than stellar, 41 yards. Jalen Waddle is continuing. The dude might be top 5 receiver in the league right now. Like, no joke. He was joking around and saying that he was faster than Tyreek Hill, and that might be true. I mean, if you watched him in college, he was absolutely dominant. I'm glad that, you know, we get to see Jerome Baker on you know, the Dolphins defense doing really well. It's just the thing that killed them is they just couldn't get in the red zone and do anything. That is what it is. Because, like, if you look at the stats favored heavily to the Buffalo Bills. Like, if you're looking at it just by the statistics, you're like, how the hell did the Bills not win this game? Couple of mental errors, couple of mental mistakes, even with the hurt Tua, was kind of incredible. Now I did want to, if I can find, I thought I had it pulled up, but let me see if I can get and share the Tua injury here, and we'll break it down. Let's see here. All right, let me go ahead and mute this, and I'm gonna share my screen and just give me your thoughts on this. Should Tua have come back into this game? I say absolutely not. This was
absolutely not.
This was absolutely ridiculous. And let me go ahead and slide this over and go ahead and play that. So Tua takes the hit from Milano. Milano's been playing out of his mind this year, by the way. He hits his head. They said it was a spine injury. This is definitely not a spine injury because, look, he immediately grabbed his head when he hit the ground. Like, watch his hand. His hands grow up, and he's starting to grab his head. He gets up, walks around, stumbles again. At this point in time, 2 minutes to go until halftime. Look at his teammates holding him up. I'm gonna go ahead and end that.
This looks like me after like a couple of drinks at the bar. Like everybody's propping me up, and it's like, all right, you're done. It's like, okay, well, all right.
I don't know if it was a clear I don't know if it was a clear concussion, but whatever concussion protocols that went in to allow him back in the game, I would have even just redacted those. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to go back in just for the safety and health of yourself. Just, I mean, this is one of those things where people are like, oh, well, use the eye test. I'm using the eye test now, and the dude was not all right. It's okay to sit out this game and get his mind back right. You know, no pun intended, but you know, just to make sure he's all right. So. Yeah, man, scary situation. I don't agree with the Dolphins, putting him back in the game. It's only the third game of the season. Why lose a player? Why?
You're undefeated at that point. It's only the third game. Don't risk it.
Why sacrifice this dude's health?
Why sacrifice his health? And especially because of the fact they've already been in legal trouble. Like, they've already are losing one of their first-round picks.
Facts. That's a very good point.
Facing another legal problem. Like, why are you risking this? Like.
Yeah, man, I don't get it.